Hello there YouTube, it is your boy King Sunny here, back with another video. Guys, the new live tuning update has just dropped on FIFA 22 and it has changed a lot of things, right? The biggest one being how deep the AI midfielders can drop into their own half, right? Now how does that change defending and what do we need to do to manually drag them back and how can we create a more compact defense? This is what we're going to be talking in today's video, guys. So let's get started. The first thing I want you to pay attention to is the structure of your team, okay? The structure of your team. So when we talk about structure, we need to take in consideration the formation we are playing. For example, if you are playing a 4-2-3-1, you must always defend in a 4-2-3-1, right? If you're playing a 4-4-2, you must defend in a 4-4-2. So now it's a perfect 4-4-2. Two strikers are coming back in their own half to defend, and now we have got LM, RM and two CMs completely in position and our 4 at the back. Now keeping structure of your defense is ever so important after this update because EA has nerfed manual defending, AI defending has been nerfed, and because of that you need to be very careful and make sure that your team is in structure, because once you have structure you will be able to defend better. With that being said, what does structure mean? Structure means do not pull your players out of position, right? For example, my Rice is right CM, I am always keeping him in right CM position. Jorginho is left CM, I am always keeping him in left CM position, rather dragging him over to all the way on the wings on the right hand side and doing that with Rice on the left hand side. No, because it will create gaps. This is all manual. And the other thing we want to take in consideration is the use of the offside traps. Now what most people will do is they will only focus on controlling the midfielders. Yes, I will show you how to control the midfielders and create this structure in your own half, okay? But you must pay attention that you need to first keep a structure, second know how to use the offside trap. We will talk about that. So guys, if we talk about this clip, it's all about right stick switching. As you can see, we have to right stick switch towards our CMs and use L2 and R2, the running jockey with them, and always mark the pass to the strikers, because our CMs are like the log of our gate. Our gate is our defense, right? They are the log. So we need to always make sure they are guarding the strikers, because strikers are the most dangerous thing, right? So the point is you cannot afford to do this a lot, right? You need to keep your players in position. Now as you can see, once again we are having struggle to get them back manually. So with the AI, so we have to get them back manually. How do we do that? By using right stick switching, thinking one step ahead, and we will not do the gas and brake technique with our midfielders. We will only do L2 and R2 to jockey backwards with them, right? Now let it play out. And the other thing, guys, I want you to take in consideration is, now what most people will do, they will highly focus on using the midfielders, because if you are highly focusing on the midfielders, you will see what happens, right? You can see all I'm doing is tracking back, and because he has too much time, he ends up scoring. So what have we learned so far? We have learned that we need to right stick switch towards our CM and constantly drag them back and always cut the pass to the strikers with L2 and R2. Alright, the second thing we have learned is we need to keep our structure and we need to defend in our formation. If we are 4-4-2, we will always defend in a 4-4-2 rather than pulling our players out of position. Now the third thing is to use offside traps and create enough pressure, right? And make it tough for them and create a crowd in your box manually, while at the same time ensuring you're putting enough pressure. So the next part is how do you improve right stick switching. Most people struggle with right stick switching. Just go to kickoff. If you have two controllers, just do like this, connect one controller, give the ball to the other guy and just keep right stick switching like I am, right? I will always right stick switch to the player I want to right stick switch to. What will happen? Your mechanical skill will improve. Once you feel confident that you are always switching to the player you want to switch to with the right stick switching, then that means now you have more control and you will be able to learn the right stick switching. This is how I learned it and this is how I recommend you to learn it. And if you do not have the second controller, just put the difficulty to beginner, give the ball to AI and keep always switching like this till you get it perfect, guys. Hopefully you like this tutorial. If you did, make sure to click that like button. I will be back with more attacking and defending tutorials post patch.